Hey, fellow Palians. Today I want to talk about fishing because I believe, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, that fishing is the best activity in the game. Now, let me tell you simply why. The reason is that it is the only activity besides cutting wood and selling wood, but I imagine you'd eventually run out of trees because let's take this for example, right? Like this huge tree over here cannot be cut. Whereas with fishing, right, in the pond next to your house, you can fish to your heart's content. Now, if you've been watching some other videos, you might have seen, for example, that I've been fishing in the dedicated fishing nodes, I guess is what the game calls them. But in Palia, you can fish pretty much anywhere, right? As long as there's a little blue circle over there, you're fine. And then fishing is pretty much easy like this, right? Like, especially here in this starting area, it's very easy to get what you want. And you get 39 experience points when you have a full focus. And the fish that I just caught is worth 100 gold. Not too bad at all. So that's an easy example of why fishing is. But as I said before, the mining, of course, you're looking for something very specific. For catching bugs, you have to look for bugs or you have to use lures and that sort of stuff. But fishing is the only activity I know that you can just go to this lake and you don't need to move and you just fish. And it probably takes you anywhere from, I would say, probably about 30 seconds per fish to catch a fish. And again, because this is the starting area, so the fish are not too crazy in terms of movement. So you don't need to worry about, okay, is there a chance that I'm going to lose this fish? Because most likely, unless you have some mobility issues, that catching a fish is not going to be any problem for you, especially in this starting area. You're going to be able to catch a fish every single time. There you go. I've got a stalking catfish. This is the first time I've actually caught this 200 gold. And I don't know why. I've been using glowworms. So this is why I'm getting some high value fish. And again, even if you are at the glowworm level, it means that basically, like, if you don't want to go out to Elderwood to use your glowworms or to Bahari Bay to use your glowworms, even Kalim Bay to use your glowworms, you can still use them here and you can still make potentially up to 200 gold per fish. Let's say you spend a minute catching a fish. So that'd be 60 minutes. That's 60 times 200. That's 12,000 gold in an hour if you play like an hour like I do. That's pretty good money, right? While in your background, right, you have goods being farmed over here. So it actually works out. You could be making anywhere from 12,000 and up. Let's say on average, because you're not going to be catching a 200 gold catfish every single time you play this game. Stalking catfish, right? So on average, let's say you're getting 100 gold. That's still, I think you'd still make, again, I haven't done the necessary math. You still make roughly about 10 to 20,000 gold every single time you go fishing here in Palia. So what I also wanted to show you guys is because I have caught a fair number of fish and I usually keep one of everything in my inventory. So these are the fish that I've caught. And I wish there was options. Again, this is only version 0.2. Purchase a lockbox from Tish Store. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what that does. Anyway, so here's a yellowfin tuna, 49. Some of the basic fish. I haven't seen anything too expensive. This is 165, 232, 150, 195, 150, 142, 300, a cactus moray. So I don't remember where I caught it. Is caught in Bahari Bay. But then again, this is caught using glowworms, and glowworms are not easy to make when it comes to fishing. So I think, honestly, if you just want to make money from fishing, yeah, fishing over here with glowworms or just fishing in general is like the best use of your time. Not to mention, it's relaxing, right? You don't need to worry about moving around or moving from fishing node to fishing node, right? You just stay in one place and you get it. So when it comes to fishing nodes, though, so if you see, I have some fish with stars, and those give you slightly higher value from what I understand. That's what you're going to get from fishing node, a higher chance to get a starfish, or maybe it's a guaranteed chance. I'm not sure. Again, that's something I haven't tested either. That's there. Now, when you start the game, right, one of the very first earliest devices you're going to get is worms. Because I did not know there was such a thing as a glowworm farm, I wasted a lot of meat making worms here. So meat usually takes anywhere at least 1 hour to process some meat. Let's use this meat as an example. So this will take you 2 hours, right? And this is 2 real-time hours to get worms from this meat and use worms to catch like a second tier of fish in theory. Now, you can also use the same kind of meat into the glowworm farm and get that higher tier of worm, which allows you to catch that fish that does give you the 300 gold that Mora yield, or the one that gives you 200 that I just caught from the lake on my own housing plot over here. That is the economics of fishing right here. Now, the actual mini game from fishing is very easy. Like I said, right, when it's blue, you throw your rod. It's going to be a few seconds, and you're going to have 4 bites, if I remember correctly. And then you reel your fish in. It might take 1, there's your first bite, second bite, third bite, and then now you reel it in. So as you're reeling it in, it's going to move around a fair bit. And the higher quality rod you have, the more like rod health you have. There are things that you can eat in your inventory or drink in your inventory. I think I might have drank my last one, which is why I don't have it on me at the moment. But I will show you in the crafting menu. So in the crafting menu, you're going to see, if I can find it for you guys. So you're going to see something that you can drink. It's like Fisherman's Brew or something like that that you can make. I feel like I might be looking in the wrong place, so I apologize. So this also helps, a minor rod booster. It does take copper, but copper is very easy to get in Kalima Bay, right? So it slightly increases fishing rod health. Now, when you get to Elderwood, you're definitely going to need that slight increase. But the drink, I think, is the actual better option when you're looking to go fishing. Ah, now I remember where this is. The drink is made over here. Is it made over here or is it made over here? Yeah, so it's made on the fire, Fisherman's Brew. I'm slightly low in Crystal Lake Lotus. Again, that's what you get in Kalima Bay. Very easy to get. The Emerald Carpet Moss is slightly more difficult to get because it has to be gathered at night. This makes 5. And again, unless you're like super crazy about fishing, you're not going to go through 5 very quickly. So this is pretty much it. Definitely let me know if you have any other questions about fishing in Palia. I'd love to help. I've always loved fishing in every single sort of cozy game I've ever played. So it works out perfectly for me. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's video and stay tuned for the next one.